In a small, peaceful village by a wide, sparkling river, there lived a man named Sammy. The villagers knew him as a skilled boatman, someone who could navigate the river with calm precision, whether the waters were smooth or storms raged. Each day, Sammy ferried villagers across the river, children laughing, farmers carrying baskets of produce, and travelers seeking safe passage. Yet behind his steady hands and careful eyes, Sammy carried a weight far heavier than any cargo his boat ever bore. Years ago, he had lost his younger brother in a tragic accident on this very river. Since that day, Sammy blamed himself. The accident replayed endlessly in his mind. What went wrong? What he could have done differently? The memory haunted him like a shadow he could never shake. Every night, when the village fires crackled and children's laughter floated through the air, Sammy would sit quietly, staring at the water, remembering his brother's smile, his laughter, and the way he used to run alongside the boat. His days became filled with regret. He moved slower, smiled less, and the villagers noticed that the cheerful, joking man who once shared stories by the fire had changed. One morning, as the sun painted golden streaks across the river, a little girl named Amina came running toward him. Her eyes were wide and curious, sparkling with the innocence of childhood. She climbed into his boat and asked softly, "Uncle Sammy, why do you look so sad all the time?" Sammy sighed deeply, the weight in his chest pressing harder than ever. "I carry a heavy weight, child, a weight from yesterday," he replied, his voice quiet but heavy with sorrow. Amina tilted her head thinking and whispered gently, "But uncle, if you carry yesterday, how will you see today?" Her words struck him like the first warm rays of sunlight after a storm. For a long time he sat in silence, watching the river. The water flowed endlessly, moving toward the sea. It didn't hold onto the leaves, the branches, or even the stones that drifted in its path. It never looked back, it only moved forward. For the first time in years, Sammy realized something powerful. His past was like the river, and he had been trying to carry its stones in his boat. But those stones, his regrets, his guilt, his sorrow, only weighed him down. They had made him forget the beauty of the present, the possibilities of the future. From that moment on, Sammy made a choice. He would remember yesterday, honor the memory of his brother, but he would not let guilt drown him. He would live fully, embrace each day, and let the river of life carry him forward. He took a deep breath, stepped into his boat, and smiled at the rising sun. The gentle rocking of the boat, the warmth of the morning light, and the soft ripple of the water around him reminded him that the past was behind him, the future was ahead, and today was a gift waiting to be unwrapped. Sammy began to notice the little things again. The laughter of children crossing the river, the sound of birds in the trees, the shimmer of sunlight on water. Life, he realized, was too precious to be held hostage by yesterday. Days passed, and Sammy shared this lesson quietly with the villagers, especially the children who often joined him on the boat. He told them, "Regret is like carrying stones that don't belong to you. Honor your past, but don't let it weigh you down. Life is too short and every day is too beautiful to waste." He watched the river, feeling lighter with each passing day. He no longer feared the memories. They were part of him, yes, but they did not define him. Sammy had learned the river's secret, to move forward, to let go, to embrace life fully, just as the water never stops flowing, no matter what it carries. And so Sammy became the man he was meant to be again. He ferried the villagers, laughed by the fires, told stories of the river, and sometimes, when he looked out at the horizon, he whispered a quiet thank you to his brother for teaching him, in life and in loss, that the past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Reflection. Just like Sammy, we all carry stones from yesterday. Mistakes, regrets, losses, they weigh us down. But life teaches us to let go, to honor the past without carrying it, and to embrace each new day as a gift. The river of life moves forward, and so must we. Moral, let go of what drags you down. Honor your past, but don't let it hold you hostage. Today is precious, and your life is too valuable to be stuck in yesterday.